Hi, Promise Fellows. This is Noam, and right now it is my goal to help you in Small Core 5 make some awesome Promise Fellow impact statements. So right now, you have this impact statement that's a mock in front of you. So this is an example. So right now, what we're going to do is I'm going to walk through piece by piece how you would build this based off of your data. And this will hopefully act as an awesome piece that you can use for both yourself to say like how service mattered this year and the impact that you had, and then also share with your school and site supervisor in order for them to be able to see the impact that you had, and then share with their community or your community the impact that you had. So let's just go piece by piece. I am going to just start at the top, and we're going to go piece by piece on the way down. So right now, you are a 2017-18 Promise Fellow, and this is your impact. So right now, please put your name here. So for me, Noam Wiggs, and then put the site that you're serving at. So I'm just going to leave myself as sample site, but your site might be Murray Middle School, it might be Northern Lights Charter up north, it might be Sane Foundation in Rochester, but this is where you'd put your site. So the first thing it's going to ask you is how many students you supported. So you might know this just off the top of your head, but you can get all of this information, whether it's student supported, hours of service, who increased their attendance, who increased their engagement through the SCI, and who increased their work completion, and the amount of minutes. You can get all of that through Encore. So let's just start with the amount of students that you've supported. So right now, I'm going to go to Encore. So right now I'm in my profile. So I'm in my fake member test, but this would be your name up here. If you log into Encore, you need to pull a report on all of your students. So that's through student tracking. So you'd go to reporting, submit reports, and then student tracking is where you normally enter your students. If you go to Promise Fellow reporting, I apologize, you'll be going to Promise Fellow reporting. This is where you can pull a member combination report. So right now, if you go to that member combination report, and I'm gonna do that one more time, reporting, submit reports, Promise Fellow reporting. You have two reports that you can pull. They essentially tell you the same information, but member combination will be easier for you to look at. And it has all of your students' attendance, work completion, engagement, intervention, growth throughout the year. So select that. You don't need to do anything on the filters like we've said before. Essentially, you only have access to your data and you want to pull it through the current month. So right now it is May, so it's pulling through May, but I'm sure when you do this, it's probably going to be June, but it'll automatically default to June, so you shouldn't have to change anything. And then you can just hit Run Report. So from here, everything's in the web browser, but you need this in Excel so that way you can actually analyze. If you do need to do this via the web browser, it's possible, but it's a little bit harder. I'm going to go through the Excel steps, but you could do your best to do it on your web browser as well. So I'm going to download it in Excel by hitting that little save icon and saying Excel. And it should come to your download file folder. So since I'm using a Chrome browser, it's going to there. It might pop up down in your bottom right hand corner. Wherever your downloads go, this is where this file currently is. So once again, you should go to that save icon, which is export, and then click Excel. So that way you get a copy of this in Excel. And then you can just click to open that up. So right now we're not going to use this data. I have pre-populated some fake data so that way I can show you piece by piece how you do this. So I'm just going to close out this window and open up my sample data. So right now, the first question that you need to fill out, it said, how many students did you support? So if you go to your Excel folder, all of your student names are going to be right here. And it's convenient that I just name these example students, student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4. but it's not going to be that easy on yours. It'll actually have their names, so you might not exactly know how many students that is. But if you start at the top and literally click on student 1 and drag down, so you're highlighting this entire column, you can see down at the very bottom that there are 19 students, and Excel essentially will count the amount of cells that have data in it, and in this case the data is the students' names. So you can see that you have 19 students. So I'm just gonna update that number. 19 students that I served this year. So I'm gonna just do that one more time. To count the amount of cells, or the amount of student names in this case, you just click on the first student name and just drag it all the way down, and Excel will do the work for you. It will literally count the amount of cells that have student names, so in this case 19. All right, so the next one is hours of service. This I'm not going to go into right now. You can get this in your time sheets, and I'll go into that in a little bit, but I'm just going to do everything that I would be able to get through the Encore report, which just has to do with your students. So the first number that I need to update is how many people increased attendance or on-time arrival to school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my attendance tab, and so right now we still have all those students. This should be your name here, this should be your site. These are all your student names right here. And what we're going to do is we're literally looking for the color coding that already happens via Encore, the amount of people by the end of the year that improved their attendance. So right now you can see the number of days that either you were absent or the ones that you arrived late. And so right now, if it's green in either category, that means by the end of the year, that student improved. So I'm just gonna go through and make this super visual for you all and say yes. Oops. Let's make this a little bit nicer. Sorry, one second. Okay. Okay, so I just resized things, which you don't need to do. But once again, I'm just trying to make this visual. So right now, I'm gonna go cell by cell and see if they improved. So if it's green, that means literally that right now is better than where they started. So right now, as of Q4, they had 6 days of excused or unexcused absences out of 55, and that currently is a better rate than what they started with, which was 10 days out of 178. So right now, that student is attending school more often. So we're just going to go cell by cell, and what we're essentially looking for is green, and we're looking for it in the last benchmark. So all of the data will be shown to you piece by piece. So right now, here is benchmark 1, benchmark 2, benchmark 3, benchmark 4. So right now, that's a yes. This one has green in both, so improved in both areas, both on time and arriving late. This is green in both areas, so you improved. This person only improved in their overall attendance, but not in how often they're showing up late. But that's okay. This person still improved their attendance. They just didn't improve. They did not improve both. So you can still say yes, this person improved their attendance. For this student, we don't have anything. There's no data. You put the NA box, but I can also see across the board that this student was added and literally only had 110 minutes that you spent with them. And my guess is they just, they were only there from September until November. You didn't have a chance to actually see if they grew or not. So for that student, we just can't count them. So that would be a no. This student did improve, yes, yes. This student only improved one area, so they still improved their attendance. This student didn't improve in either area, so that would be a no. Yes, because you improved in one area. Once again, yes, 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 yes. So, right now, you don't need to do what I just did and write yes or no. I'm doing this to make it visual for you. But you know you have 19 students, and it might be easier just to count the people that didn't improve. So I know out of that 19, that person didn't improve, and then this person didn't improve. And potentially not because they didn't get a little bit better, but you just might not have enough data on them. So out of those 19, 2 of them didn't improve. So that means 17 did. So right now, you can calculate your percentage. So that's going to literally be (17) divided by 19. Once again, I'm just making that visual. If you have a calculator or your phone or whatever you like to use, just figure out that percentage. So 17 out of 19, you can literally just put in your browser and it will tell you what the percentage is. So that is 89% of students improved their attendance. So once again, I'm just going to put in 89%. All right, so next one, we're going to have to go into engagement, and this is that SEI score. So if we go to the engagement tab, this was only a pre and post. So once again, you should have all of your students' names here. But if you scroll over, you should just see the people that improved or did not, and it should be green or red. So you are just looking for green. So 116 is better than where they started, which was 113. So right now, just count the amount of greens that you have. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 people out of the 19 that improved their engagement. So once again, I just counted the amount of green scores because green is automatically showing you if that is better than their baseline. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 19. So to make that visual for you, this is going to really turn into 7 out of 19 improved. But to put that in a percentage, I'm just going to use the browser as a calculator. 7 out of 19. So that is 36% of your students. And I'm just going to ask that people don't round up because there's no such thing as more than a person. So I know that 36% improved their engagement. So right now, you can put that there. And then last but not least is work completion. So if you go back to your work completion tab, once again, all the way on the left-hand side is you, all of your student names, and you're just going to do the same piece that we did before. You're going through and you're counting the amount of greens that happened as of the last benchmark that your student had. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I know that 15 out of the 19 students increased their work completion scores. So once again, to make that visual, that's 15 out of 19 students have a better work completion, but I want that as a percentage. So just go into your browser or into a calculator or your phone and figure out what that is. So I know that at least 78% have a better work completion score. And once again, please don't round up. All right, so the last piece that you'll be able to find is the total intervention minutes that you spent with your students. And so you can find that actually in any of these tabs, but I'm just going to go to the first tab again. So I'm going to go all the way to the top, If you scroll over past all the demographic information and baseline, you have all of your interventions here. What I'm asking you to figure out is essentially what is all of the minutes that you spent, and this is the total time with all of your students. So we're figuring out what that adds up to. So right now, I'm going to just show you one Excel formula, and this is the only time you need to know a formula to make it easier, or you could add them up individually. You can say equal sum, and you literally just highlight the column that you want it to add, and it will add up all these numbers for you so you don't have to. So if you highlight them all, you can close the parentheses and hit enter. So I know that I spent 11,046 minutes adding more interventions or supporting students that much. So right now I'm going to put that number in here, 11,046. And if something like that happens, because a lot of people I'm sure have a lot of minutes, you can just expand the box and just shift and make it look nice. So once again, just to show you how I did that again, I literally, and delete it, I want to know how much all of this adds up to in this column, because this is my total intervention, all types, aka it's summing all of these for every student. What you have to do is you just go to the very bottom is where I like to do it. I say equals, and I write the word sum, and you can even click the word sum so that way it knows what you want to do. I open a parentheses, I highlight everything I want it to add, and then you can either close that parentheses or you can just hit enter, and it'll add up everything for you. So right now, that's how you can get all of those pieces. So the last information that we didn't do in here was the total amount of service hours that you have. So you can find that through Encore. So if you go to Encore and you go to just your enter timesheets, please realize this is an example profile that is not an active member. So the total amount of hours definitely shouldn't be 16. If I were to guess by this point in the year, for most of you, you'll be somewhere around 15 to 1,600 of the hours that you needed to spend, because you should get to 1,720. But wherever that number is right here, you can just put that in to the amount of hours that you've served. So at this point, probably for a lot of people, I'm just going to pretend that that number said 1,568 hours of service. So I know by the end of the academic year, even though I will be doing more service, that I supported 19 students, 1,568 hours of service, that 89% of them increased attendance, and that's either through their overall attendance or on-time arrival. 36% of them improved their self-reported engagement score on the SEI, and 78% of them improved their work completion. And then finally, that the total interventions that you did for everyone added up to 11,046 minutes. And then I'm not going to spend much time here on the backside, but if you're like me, you might want to say the other valuable pieces or what service meant to you. So here's a nice statement on why I served, as an example Promise Fellow. And this also gives you a spot to kind of talk through some of the other awesome pieces that you did that just don't get shown in the numbers. So maybe you ran or tutored an AVID student, or you created an after-school group. But this is another way that you can show all of that awesome impact that you had. All right, folks, I hope this helps guide you, and